Happy Arvo. How are you doing? So, in continuing on with this list I have of things from that Reddit thread the other day of things that you'll only understand if you're Australian, I have written down right here, let me see, the Engadine Maccas incident. Is this a widely known? Apparently this is a widely known thing. I don't know. Not a lot of historic events happen at Maccas. I am afraid to search this because here in America, we have had some, we've actually had some very disturbing events happen at Maccas. And it's not the type of thing you can even show on YouTube. It is a very American thing. I'm not going to go into detail on what that, you can look it up. You can try at least. That might be too vague to even look up. I realize that. There's been shootings at McDonald's, like mass shootings. Anyway, that took a really sad turn. But okay, let's bring it back. That's what I'm hoping this is not, to be honest, because I don't need to see that right now. And that would not be an appropriate YouTube video, I don't think. The Engadine Maccas incident. Will Google even know what I'm talking about? Scott Morrison, Engadine McDonald's rumor. The future prime minister soiling himself. It's even worse than I thought. It's worse than I feared, guys. What? This must be the incident. Is this the incident? Wait, no, this was at a Sydney McDonald's. Wait, where's Engadine? Huh? Well, it's in New South Wales. Oh, it's in Sydney. So this must be it. The future prime minister soiling himself in the Sydney McDonald's became known as the Engadine incident and has been described as a stain on his and on his pants, huh? Wow. That's really bad. So was it number 1 or number 2? That's my next question. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. The future Prime Minister of Australia in McDonald's in 1997. I've just pissed my pants and nobody can do anything about it. We need to dive deeper. Well, apparently he addressed the incident, guys. He finally addressed the incident 5 years ago. Here he is, Scott Morrison himself, addressing the Engadine incident. Strange. I mean, if it was me, I would never address this. No one would ever hear another word about it from me. If they tried asking me about it, I would just pretend I was deaf and mute all of a sudden. Like I forgot how to speak. Until they stopped talking about it.
Why the Sharks? Like, I don't know your history with your rugby league following. Why the Sharks?
Well, this is where I grew up with. I grew up with rugby.
And why did you poop yourself at Maccas?
Union when I was a kid. And so that's where I spent a lot of my time when I was a kid. But when I moved to the Shire with my family, well, with just Jenny and I, and we later had our kids down there, I just got involved with the Sharks then. And, they've embraced me and I've embraced them. And it's just been a great...
Move on to what we all want to hear.
Great relationship. I became their number 1 ticket holder quite a few years ago now.
Okay.
I just love my footy.
Do you get down in the sheds with them?
Yeah, we do.
Love that.
And but they've sort of become an extension sometimes of the government. We had the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea out a little way back, and so I brought him down to the football with me after he'd had a visit that week. And we'd had a lot of official meetings, and I said, well, come down to the Sharks game. And
honestly, he sounds pretty cool, like a pretty down-to-earth guy.
That's great.
I'm kind of confused. Apparently, he has pet sharks. Or I'm mishearing, I don't speak Australian.
Beautiful.
They brought their whole posse, and then afterwards we went into the sheds, and the players really enjoyed meeting him, and they presented him with a Kokoda jersey, which I thought was really, really touching.
Guys, the video's half over. Ask him about pooping himself at McDonald's.
And no, the guys are great down there, and Paul Gal and Gal's has been a great. I know he's not popular in Queensland.
No, you love Gal.
We know he's not popular in
Don't mind
Queensland.
him now. He's finished. Hey, listen, it's been a long time. Now, we heard a rumour, and I've been asked to ask you this. You addressed it at the Midwinter Ball.
I've been asked. This isn't me asking. someone else.
But there were Engadine, after Brisbane beat you in the Super League Grand Final in '97, there's a rumour at the Engadine McDonald's. How do you respond to that rumour?
Well, of course it's rubbish. I mean, it's one of those urban myths. But I wanted to tease the journalists on the night. I mean, back
so
then,
you've
I
heard
didn't even live in the Shire, so...
So
it's
you're
obviously a lot
denying
of
that you're at
rubbish,
Engadine that night?
Sorry?
You were denying that you were at the Leagues Club and then Engadine?
Anywhere near the place.
Right.
I don't know what they're talking about, but it's been...
Okay.
It's become a bit of a funny urban myth, which I've enjoyed playing.
I don't know. He sounds kind of like Trump talking about the Epstein list right now.
games with.
Very
It has,
good.
and it makes you an everyman, even more than running the water.
Exactly. We've all
We've all been there.
Who hasn't shit
We've all been
themselves
there.
at McDonald's?
We've all sharded at McDonald's. Okay. He can fool the foreigners, but we all know he shot himself. Only in Australia would you ask the leader of the country if he shot himself. Well, I'm very disappointed. I tried searching his Wikipedia for McDonald's, and the only result is some lady, Susan McDonald. Nothing about pooping himself there. I guess I better try Maccas. Nope. We've got to get to the bottom of this, guys. Luckily, I just found this article. The Scott Morrison and Engadine McDonald's rumor has been cleared up by the person who started it. So who did start it? Was it a McDonald's employee? Kamala Harris, maybe. Apparently, it spawned a real-life plaque at the McDonald's. It will never not be fabulous. Hold on. That Engadine Maccas has a plaque of where Scott Morrison. No way. Is this AI? This has to be real. I'm just going to assume this is real. It was at this spot in the evening of the 20th of September, 1997, that Scott Morrison defecated in his pants after the Cronulla Sharks lost the Super League Grand Final to the Brisbane Broncos. So that's why he pooped himself. All right, here we go. He's always maintained it was untrue. The man who started the rumor, Rowan Dix, otherwise known as musician Joyride, has come clean on the Hello Sports podcast in a clip shared on TikTok. I just tweeted it, he said. The intention was never for it to be a rumor. It was just shitpost. Literally. Wait, this is literally just some random dude tweeted this? I mean, I guess he's not like totally random. He's a musician? What? I mean, it's a very believable tweet, you know, because he got so oddly specific. He named, you know, he was at the Maccas. He didn't just shat himself. He shat himself at Maccas. It sounds so true. Like, you don't just randomly come up with that. It has to be true. I think this guy's being blackmailed. Oh, no, I just randomly tweeted that, guys. Sure. What? He tried to start a rumor about Carl Stefanik, too? It's a funny thing. A well-known person shitting themselves at McDonald's. That's true. Comedic genius, really. So there we have it, folks. There's no Epstein client list, and Scott Morrison didn't poop himself at McDonald's. Well, once again, that was more interesting than I could have foreseen. So thank you. Only in Australia. Only in Australia. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.